Welcome to Casual Compliance, a show about the culture and philosophy of Commander through the lens of the ban list. Is that all right? Did I get it? I get it wrong every time. I'm Gramps.
I'm Chili Ben. This
episode is filmed before a live studio audience.
What's up? What are we talking about today?
We're talking about the easiest unban in the world. I know I've said that about the last episode, Golos. Go check that out, and also Flash. We're talking about limited resources.
All right.
Have you ever heard of limited resources? No. It's because it's well before your time.
This is the thing. I started playing in 2021. Most of the cards on this list I am not familiar with.
This was banned in 2008. Limited resources is a 1 white enchantment.
Okay.
From that set with a bridge.
Good.
When limited resources comes into play, it's an enchantment. When limited resources comes into play, each player chooses 5 lands.
All right.
He or she controls.
Yep.
And then sacrifices the rest.
Okay.
Balance-ish. As long as there are 10 or more lands in play, players cannot play lands.
Oh.
This card is amazing.
So
this is one just like the Golos episode where I had a deck built for Golos. Sure. I had limited resources in 2 decks. And then when I converted to Moxfield, found out that I cannot play it.
Okay. I was going to ask, what year was this?
Recently.
Yeah.
When you were playing Magic.
Okay.
I had decks with limited resources in it.
So feels like mass land denial.
As an Alloro player, yes.
And then it is keeping it that way.
Yes.
For
it's MLD.
As long as it stays on the field, right?
And listen, like we've spoken to some people on the CFP, mass land denial, not all of the cards are on the game changer list, but it is a separate thing that they're keeping in mind.
Yes.
So mass land denial is definitely in the forefront of the mind. This is like, they shouldn't call it MLD. They should just call it limited resources.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like you're going down to 5 lands and it costs,
each player's going down to 5.
Like it costs 1. So it's very easy to do this. And then it's 10 lands as the threshold. Yeah. So like if there's 2 players or more in the game, i.e. the game is not finished, then no one's allowed to play lands.
It's also a 1-cost white spell.
Yeah.
It's a 1-cost white spell.
Yeah.
So
you
play
can also
turn 1.
You play it turn 1 and then it's like, cool, 5 lands is all you get.
I get to play 3 lands, you get to play 3 lands, you get to play 3 lands, you get 2, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then if you have land destruction, like
yeah.
I picture this in a world where I'm playing land destruction. I'm destroying your land.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing a land after I destroy your land to meet back to the threshold.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot of fun to me.
Can you remind me, it says, what does it say? You can't play lands?
Yeah, players cannot play lands.
Yeah. So if you've got things that say you can put lands into play.
Yep.
That gets around that?
I believe so. It would be interesting to see what Scryfall says when we have a look at it.
Yeah.
Why do you think this card is banned?
Because it sucks, dude. Are you kidding me? That's such a shit time.
It's mass land denial, and that's boring. Okay.
It's mass land denial, but then it makes it harder to come back from.
Okay. I hear what you're saying.
What I mean?
I get what you're saying, because balance is also banned
Yeah.
as well. Balance is banned for a different reason that we're legally not allowed to talk about, because we haven't spoken about the card yet. So you have to wait for that episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey, get rid of most of your lands, or like go down to 5, whichever way you want to look at it. But then you're putting a ceiling on how many lands people can have.
You can do a lot with 5 lands, though.
You can, but
you can play a prismatic bridge.
But stop. But a lot of decks have cards that cost more than 5.
Yes, and that is that deck problem. Everyone knows Commander Mana Curve should be 3 and then Hard Cliff.
Oh, the middle finger curve.
The middle finger curve is the only curve that should be allowed in Magic the Gathering.
It's low 1, 2, 4, 5, high 3.
Okay, well, going into research phase.
This is bullshit.
I don't even need a research. I've got it locked in my brain. I know why this card can be unbanned. I'm going to bring them up so I can make sure I read the cards properly to formulate my argument. I am nuts. And if you're nuts for Casual Compliance, you can go to casualcompliance.fun and sign up to be a untap level supporter to get onto our Discord to tell me that I'm nuts, and also to know that it's 887 days since our battles were unbanned.
Have you done the math to know if that's correct when this episode will go
No,
out?
but I'm going to be really interested to see what it actually is.
I think it's pretty close.
860.
Yeah.
862.
About that.
Yeah, and this will come out
you got
in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, add like
21?
Something like that. 26 days to it, yeah.
I'm very excited to see what that is. Go sign up, see if I was wrong. If I was wrong, I'm giving everyone in the chat a jeweled lotus.
What?
Welcome back to Casual Compliance. We've been talking about limited resources.
Yes.
It's an issue everyone struggles with these days.
Yeah.
Is limited resources in such a resource-heavy life.
Yeah.
But just to remind you what limited resources truly is, it's a single white cost enchantment. When limited resources comes into play, each player chooses 5 lands he or she or they controls and sacrifices the rest. As long as there are 10 or more lands in play, players cannot play lands. Very importantly, we confirmed in research time, which you can see if you go to casualcompliance.fun and subscribe at our upkeep or unban levels, you'll be able to see. Cultivate, Kadama's Reach, limited resources gets around that. It's not,
anything that says put a land into the battlefield is not the same as
gets
play.
around it. Absolutely.
It's it's a narrow way around this, but it's a way.
It's a narrow way, but it's a way. This card was printed in 1998 in June. It's actually banned in 2008, so it had 10 good years in Commander.
Commander did not start in 1998.
Limited resources. Commander's been in our hearts since it began. If I had my iPad and it wasn't in the country, I'd be able to have the smiley lich up as well to see what was going on around the same time.
When did Commander start as a format?
1994.
Wrong.
Limited resources is probably the easiest card on the ban list to justify. God damn
wow.
it. That's another one they've got me with.
Hell yeah.
It does not scale with the number of players.
Yeah.
So as early as turn 2, it effectively reads, players can't play any more lands on a 1 mana enchantment.
Yep.
For the April Commander unban, for limited resources. So with that April unban, there's a list of cards where it's like, we're not even going to explain why we're not unbanning it.
You know what they did.
This wasn't on that list.
Okay.
But then they've basically just said it anyway. Locking each player to 5 lands is extremely constraining and not that much fun, all for a single mana. I think it's unlikely to see this return. I disagree.
Okay, but why?
Well,
I'm going to need to hear some... Because this is like upwards of 20 people have been involved in serious discussions that could have led to it being unbanned, and they all said, actually, no, thank you.
Yes, and I don't even... and the card I'm about to say isn't even a game changer. Like, yes, it's being counted as mass lands and isles, so it's being in the
so like
conversation
it
about
requires some amount of...
But contamination is just allowed.
Remove contamination again?
Contamination is an enchantment from Urza's Saga. 2 and a black came. There's a lot of them reprinted in Mystery Booster 2. Very exciting.
Yeah, they did this in like a future sight border, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's what I have it in.
Yeah.
In my Oloro deck. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment unless you sacrifice a creature.
You're in black. You'll be fine with that.
Easy done. You're an Esper. Easy done. If a land is tapped for mana, it produces black instead of any other type and amount.
Okay.
So, like, if you tap your Selesnya gate thing, the one that lets you tap for green and a white, it makes black.
Okay.
So if you're in mono red you've got Blood Moon out,
you tap your Soul Ring. Oops.
Land.
Okay, land. That's fine then.
But if you got a Blood Moon out, turns all the rest of the lands into mountains, they're still only making black mana.
That's so
it's
dumb.
It's an Urborgs on crack.
That's so dumb.
I think that's worse than limiting the resources.
Well, you're still getting the mana.
Yeah, but
you're not stopping
mono
people.
Red,
but you're not stopping people from playing lands either.
No, but you're stopping them from playing lands in their colors.
Someone could probably remove that.
It is enchantment. It's a 3-cost enchantment. So is limited resources. Your argument for limited for contamination.
But it's the second line of limited resources that is the problem.
Okay, and I don't disagree with you because there are ways to move around that. With the puts and places to get past that thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at Mass Lands and Isle.
Yeah. This is just one of your bookmarked pages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's all I want to do. And I've met a card I've not seen before because it's from a dual deck.
Oh yeah.
Called Ajani Vengeant, which it's a planeswalker, comes in with 3. It's a 2 red and a white. And I'm just going to point out the one that matters, the -7, the ultimate on this Ajani, which is destroy all lands target player controls.
Oh my god.
That's just a -7 on an Ajani.
What loyalty does it come in at?
3.
And how much can you increase it by?
+1.
Okay.
Or a -2.
So
or a -7.
Like without jumping through hoops, like that'll take you a few turns to get to that.
Yeah, without proliferates and the rest. It'll take you to get to that.
That's wild. What an effect.
Because I was looking at some of these like things that destroy lands in this way or restricts people from using them.
Sure.
And as an Oloro player, limited resources would be really nice because I enjoy cards, for example, like Static Orb, which is a 3-cost artifact that says you only... Is it 2 lands? Sorry, I've lost it
on the next page of results.
Second. There
There's
it is.
too many mass land denial cards.
If Static Orb is untapped, if Static Orb is untapped, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
As long as this artifact is untapped, players can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untap step.
Yeah.
Which is, it's still mass land denial. Your lands are there, and unless you have a way to artificially untap them, they do not naturally untap.
Mm-hmm.
Just like no artificial colors and flavors. And then also another one, which is Storm Cauldron, which is, I really genuinely love Storm Cauldron. Whenever a land is tapped for mana, return it to its owner's hand.
Oh, that's funny.
Put it back into the owner's hand. That's also mass land denial. These cards are fine. So why isn't limited resources, especially, and it's everyone's favorite one, Armageddon should be in every single white deck. If you are playing white and you are not playing Armageddon, what are you doing?
Gross. Dude.
So why is Armageddon okay? Because no one's playing it probably.
Yeah.
And why isn't limited resources?
Because limited resources says you can play at most 5 lands.
Yes.
And it would then require people to have a whole bunch of cards in their deck that say put a land into play to get around it. And no one is building decks intentionally doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought of ways that you could if you wanted to play with limited resources and be a real degenerate.
I'm just going to look at one thing first.
Okay.
This is something I've thought of now that you've said that.
Okay.
O-tag removal.
Yeah.
Dash enchantment.
Yep.
Because I really want to stand in this argument. I feel like after last episode where I was schooled really hard with very good arguments, I just want to see. Okay, so enchantment removal, the average cost of enchant removal is less than 5 mana. So you can afford it, even if it's on the battlefield.
Sure, but again, like, you're asking everyone to have that in their decks.
Yes, I know.
Right? And that's not fair.
Good. I shouldn't have to restrict you so I can have fun with my limited resources.
Yeah. So thinking about if you wanted to be a piece of shit with limited resources, here's some things I found that might be fun.
Hit me.
A land, Horizon of Progress, from the Modern Horizons 3 Commander deck set. Code, whatever that is.
M3C.
It's got 3 different abilities on it, but the one you want is the second, which says pay 3, tap it. You may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped.
Very nice.
So you can just have more than 5 lands if you just do that.
Yep. Golos does that as well.
Fuck off. Derailed my train of thought. From Edge of Eternity's Famished Worldsire. 5 green for a 0/0 Leviathan with Ward 3 and Devour Land 3. When it enters, you may sacrifice any number of lands. It enters with 3 times that many +1 counters on it. Let's say you played this after a limited resources came in. You sacrifice all your lands. You're putting 15 counters on it.
Yep.
And then when it enters, look at the top X cards of your library where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe we're gonna have another short about this creature.
It's a great card.
It's worth it. This card is
so
amazing.
Good.
Selesnya lands just got better.
Yeah. And then from Final Fantasy, it is a 2-cost artifact creature. It's the Poo-Poo UFO. Because it says tap. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Not even tapped. You just put it down.
Well, if the land says this enters tap,
yeah,
it enters tap,
but like the creature itself is not putting it in tap.
Wowzers!
So for a 2-cost artifact creature, you could just get that in there. And then I went looking for commanders that would let you get around the downside of limited resources while being able to play it in the color identity.
Golos.
No. So from OTJ, Kellen the Kid. Green, white, blue for a 3/3 legendary human fairy rogue, flying and lifelink. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you may cast a permanent spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Ooh, very nice.
So that
that's
and it costs 3, so you just
not bad.
You can kind of get all that going pretty early.
Yeah.
And then one from Assassin's Creed, a set I don't think we've ever talked about on this show, is Ivor Wolfkist. I'm guessing based on, I don't know what game that's from actually.
Ivor Wolfkist.
Anyway, three
Probably the Valhalla one.
red, green, white. Why they're listed in that order, I'll never know. For a legendary human assassin warrior with trample and haste, it's a 7/6 for 6. Whenever Ivor Wolfkist deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put a saga and or a land from among them onto the battlefield.
What if it's Urza Saga?
You could count it for either.
Okay. Doesn't count for both?
No.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So yeah, a couple of options there that like you could have limited resources in those decks, but also the commander themselves lets you get around the downside of it.
But that's I think you've argued for me on my behalf,
let's
though.
You specifically get around it. The other three players do not have that benefit.
Yeah, but if the other three players are playing these commanders, they get around it as well. So just,
yeah, but nobody in their right mind is building a deck where the sole mechanical land focus is
no one's playing a deck that is get around limited resources. Because like everyone says, oh, Gramps, you can't say, hey, you play more removal. You can't force people to play removal. No, I'm not saying you should play more removal. I'm saying I should force your commander to be one that gets around my limited resources.
No way, dude. This card is awful.
How do you fix... So, because
how do you fix limited resources?
No, but like, and I mean this genuinely. Like, it's got two things that are happening on the card. It's got a land wipe in the same way of like balance kind of. Yeah,
it's like status. Go down to 5 lands.
It's got balance, and then it's got a worse static orb kind of level effect.
Yeah,
where it's like. Or Storm Cauldron kind of thing, where it's if you're tapping mana, remove it, or you can only untap 2 things.
Sure.
It actually kind of leaves you with more lands than Static Orb and the rest because you're only attacking 2 things.
Okay.
And yes, they all data removal. Looking at the first line, do you think those balance kind of effects are fair? Yes, it's mass land denial, but in a game where everyone is understanding with the game changer list and acknowledging mass land denial as a whole is kind of its own function in a game changer list. On a game changer list, is mass land denial okay? If it's a game you're sitting down and you're aware it's coming into. We've discussed it.
They've said that like mass land denial is fine, right? It just has a certain place depending on like the relative power levels that you're interacting with. I think the way you fix this card is 2 things. 1, you delete the second line, so you're not limiting people to 5 lands. And 2, make it cost 5 mana.
Yep, there it is.
So that you
make it way more expensive. It is too cheap.
5 specifically, so that you are tapping out for it.
Yes.
So you can't then just like do a bunch of extra shit afterwards.
But then also make it like anti-venom. It's 5 white pips.
Okay.
Make it 5 white.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what if it was 5 white pips and had both lines?
No, the last line really is the problem.
How do you fix the last line?
You delete it. There is no way to fix that, dude.
What if it was do the balance and then you can only untap 2 permanents per turn?
Like it's better, but it's not good. I don't. Yeah.
The fact that it's 1 cost is
it's crazy,
fucking insane. It's who printed this? Like, what was Magic in 1998? What was Exodus? Where this was an okay card.
I mean, I have to imagine that like casting costs were all a lot lower. So 5 lands is probably fine.
Absolutely. Casting costs weren't lower. It was 6 cost for a 3/3.
I know, you're right. Yeah, but it wasn't that things were cheaper. It's that the fucking costs were all out of whack.
Yeah, the costs were way out of whack, and this made them worse.
Yeah. No, yeah. Maybe another thing you could add to it is like you cast it, then everyone else untaps their lands.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, you can do this, but like everyone else is maybe going to get to interact with it right now.
Or this would be the weirdest additional cost. As an additional cost to casting the spell, each opponent untaps their lands, which means they can still interact with it by like counters. It gives them interaction.
Yeah, I think like probably in the same way that we saw with balance.
Have we done balance?
Maybe it's balance or it's another card that does a similar sort of thing. It's like they printed the card that got banned and then they did a legal version of the same sort of effect that's been tweaked a little to make it palatable.
Yeah, because
like we saw that with Fast Bond.
Yeah, Fast Bond.
And then you got Mana Bond as the fix for it. And we were looking at some kind of mass land delete and then found World Purge and we were like, oh, actually this rules.
This card rocks.
Yeah, because what it was is like you blow everything up, but you have the option to like float all your mana before you do that and still use it.
Upheaval.
That's it. That's what it was. That's the one. But yeah, then World Purge is like also empty all mana pools.
Yes.
And that's the fix.
Yeah, and that's the fix there.
Yeah. And so
like,
I think with a card like this, like there probably is already a fix out there for it, but the way this reads on its own is no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because the fix is separated, first of all. You're right. Like have it be a balance or have it be a denial stacks effect. Don't have it be both. Like,
yeah, I just don't think that type of denial effect is worth having in the format. Like, you can have at most 5 lands unless you do the put versus play thing to get around it. But like, again, no one is building decks that way. It sucks. Keep it banned.
Imagine this in a deck that also has Shahrazad.
Bro. Well, only one of the games or sub games is going to have limited resources in it.
Imagine it gets played. Well, no, because if it gets played in the sub game,
I'll
it
get
still
shuffled
goes back to
in. That sucks. Why did you make it worse?
So when we unban limited resources next, unban. This is why I'll never be allowed on the CFP.
Well, the thing is, like, you do need to have those conversations about like what would it mean if it were legal? Like,
and we're doing it on their behalf.
And that's why like the update from April is so important, that they restated some of those reasons in the modern context versus a ban reason from 17 years ago.
Exactly. This card's been banned for 18 years.
That's 17 years of power creep and new cards and new mechanics that have made some cards worse.
Flash has been made incredibly worse with power creep. And
will only get worse.
Exactly. So we're not going to unban.
No.
When I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is going to be like open and cut shade. Like it's
open and shut case.
Open and shut case. This is not going to be unbannable.
It's a quick episode.
Fuck. But I mean, limited resources, I guess at the time it was printed, stopped you from playing a 3/3 without any words on it. Now doesn't really stop you from doing that. Like it was a card made for a 2-person format, not a 4-person format, and they are very right. It doesn't scale. At all. And that's
actually
issue.
such a good point. Like when it was printed, it was before Commander was a thing.
Yeah.
So the wording of 10 lands in play, it's only concerned with 2 players.
Yeah, we both have 5 lands, or I have 6 and you have 4. We can both still play stuff. I can play my 3/3s. You can't play a 1/1.
Yeah. A Commander game that is still in progress has at least 2 players in it.
Yes.
So it will have the requisite 10 lands.
Yeah. And very early on. So unless you're really bad at mulliganing like me, when playing like a Wooburg mana base with only 32 lands in it. It's what my slivers used to have. My slivers used to be 32 lands.
Yeah, but your slivers are also mana dorks, and a lot of them are pretty cheap.
If I have a gem hide in hand earlier, that's about it.
Yeah, mulligan for gem hide.
Yes. Well, with the limited resources that we have left in our hands, we say farewell.
We say farewell?
Yep.
Are we banning farewell?
Oh, fuck. I hope so. I fucking hate that card. Who do we have to thank today for sponsoring this episode?
Not sponsoring.
Not sponsoring our entire show, really.
It's not sponsored. It's different. Sponsoring means a very specific thing, and you can't just say that.
Okay, so what is it then?
They thank you to Spider for supporting us at the unbanned tier. Supporting.
You know, I do like supporting better because sponsoring also means that we're working for them.
Yes, sponsoring means there's a contract involved.
So there's no contract involved. We just really care about you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for allowing this to happen.